Okay, let me just give you an update on some of these transfers because that's why you're here, right? Welcome to Cosi Nation Fan TV. I am Pilo. I am your host, and if you are new to this channel and wondering, Gudlom Chita, what is it about? Well, this channel is about Kaizer Chiefs, and I want to interact with Kaizer Chiefs fans and hear your opinion. So make sure to leave that comment down on the comment section and also leave a like so that YouTube can spread it to more people like you. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure to subscribe. Okay. The first person Vele Upatos. He's turning 30 in October and is returning to South Africa because of some family issues. Now, where does he play and where would he fit in if he was to come to Kaizer Chiefs? He usually plays as a number 10 and attacking midfielder. He can also play as a second striker or as the main striker. Left winger, right winger, can also play there. The question is, do I see this thing happening? I'm not quite sure because if you're looking at the transfers that are linked with Kaizer Chiefs right now, most of those players are actually playing around those positions and most of them are young. And I will talk about one such transfer later on that we've had some news about him today. But as a player, Vele Upatos is a good player. But from him, what he has said is that no one from Kaizer Chiefs has contacted him. And with me, I would be glad to have a player of his quality. But looking at his age and the other transfers that I would rather have, I would pick them over him. Speaking of which, Siyagumunyu Itaketigeke, that I think is also a long shot. And that is Frank Bella Tonga, Una 20 and is Cameroonian. I've watched some of his videos like on YouTube where he's just scoring goals for fun. He's so clinical, he's powerful, and he's also good technically. And he's Cameroonian. Now the thing is, do I see this player coming to Chiefs? Not really. The reason why I say I don't see him coming to Chiefs, it's because of the fact that usually players from Cameroon or Ghana or Nigeria, if they are really that good or as good as I've seen him to be, they usually end up earning themselves a move to either France, Belgium, or wherever. So it might really be tricky to get him to sign for Chiefs, although he would be a really good signing because we know what we already have Dupree right now, but it would also be a good second option to have. And also they can just compete for that place as well, because I've touched on this before, Guti. As a team that's going to be playing in continental football, hopefully this season 2023 to 2024, you need A+ players to be in your team. You don't need to have average players abazo replace others in case Dupree is injured or if Dupree is suspended, and then you have to scramble. So you need all your players to be at the same level so that even when you do a rotation, given how many matches are there maudlala with continental football, you need to have a squad depth. So he would really provide that. And moving on to Unzonzo. Unzonzo ke bafethu ngiyamthanda lo mdlali loya because umnandi and he brings that thing that Uzwane always talks about ukuthi when you are playing for Kaizer Chiefs, you don't just want to win, or if you're Kaizer Chiefs, you don't just want to win the match, but you also want to win it in a Kaizer Chiefs manner. And abadlali abanjengondlondlo, they are effective going forward, but also yakwazi ukuthi akushayele umuntu amfake imata and then sithi ukuhleka sithi yes sijabule nonke niyakuthanda lokho, right? But you just enjoy to see players like that base grounding. And also the fact that, again, I'll keep on touching with these transfer targets that we have, the versatility that he has. He can play as a number 8, he can play as a number 10, can play as a winger, and he obviously can also play as a false 9. The problem that we have with Unzonzo ukuthi iGalants has said hands off Unzonzo, and that means it's because they know ukuthi contract yakhe maybe kusele 2 or 3 years kuyo, and because of that it puts them in a good position yokuthi negotiate, because they will say no, we can't let go of our star player if ufuna ukusinikeza 5 million or 10 million, sifuna 15 is sifuna 20, and that makes things a bit tricky. And also there is another interest that has been shown by Amazulu, and apparently they're in a pole position of signing Unzonzo, and I could understand why, because the Chiefs already, squad that we have right now is good enough, And given the fact that there are also these people that we are going to bring in, it also doesn't guarantee Unzonzo ukuthi uzoqala mayifika kwi-Chiefs. I know so kumele ngabe uyaqala in because we know ukuthi is good, but our coach might not see that really, because another thing that players ask when they are coming to a team ukuthi, am I going to start? And if a player is not going to start, then they're not going to come to a team just because we are Kaizer Chiefs. Players want to start, especially abadlala sebeno 27 28 ngcono umuntu mayisena 22 23, but at 27 ukuthi usazohlala ebenchini because kuzoqala ubilliard, they will not agree to that. As such, it's also highly unlikely for it to happen, and also because njengamanje i-priority yethu as i-Chiefs I don't think will be on attacking midfielders. Siyawafuna, but njengamanje ba-prioritize a player that I will talk about towards the end of the video. So keep on watching. We move on to Bongani Zungu, 29. Now Zungu says nothing has been said by Chiefs. The only team that has talked to him is Mamelodi Sundowns. And I made a video up here, I'll link it there, Zungu, where I was talking about Zungu and why I think it's a bad idea for Chiefs to sign Zungu. Not because of how good he is as a player, because he's an excellent player, but if to just take one of the points that I made on that video, is the fact that how much money will he be earning if he came to Chiefs? There's been talks already, Yoguti or Biliati, Baholo 1.1 million or Dolo 1.4. That's a lot of money. And if uzothatha umuntu obuya ku-Amiens phesheya and then uthiwa uzomholisa malini, if Otto will beholder that much money, which means he's gonna get much more money, and that's way more than Chiefs would want to spend right now. Because as I said, if you're gonna release 10 of your players, you better have a plan, and that means the Chiefs has a plan. They want to sign maybe 9 players as well. They've already signed 2. Konus Tebe is the 3rd, and the other signing I'll talk about. So we understand Uguti, if you have all these players, you also not budgeting for the money that you are paying initially as a transfer fee, but there's also the money that you will have to pay as a salary. So that's another thing as of decide Uguti some of these players regardless of how good they are. I hope you understand. Still enjoying this video? Leave a like down below. And Thabo Cele, I talked about Thabo Cele in the previous video and the fact that he's starting to play in his team in Poland, but apparently Ucele is reconsidering and he could be coming back. Uguti, how reliable those sources are, I don't know. Mina, my job is to bring it to you and hear what you have to say. So apparently Thabo Cele is considering his options and he might want to come back and play in South Africa. So if that's the case and the Chiefs are leading the race, then I'm all for it. I mean, Mncane Ucele una 25, and it will be a long-term investment for the team, and he's a South African player who has collected some experience overseas, and also himself, what he wants to do, apparently the main driving reason or driving factor for him to come back to SA is because he wants to participate more with Bafana. So I can't blame him for that. But me personally, I am 25. So if I was his age, and since I'm his age and I'm in Poland, I would have stayed there because I think I have a better chance of getting to bigger teams if I'm that side. The only thing, if then that's the problem. But from what I've heard, Uguti, he's been playing since the new coach arrived. But it's his decision. It would be a good addition to our squad anyway. Now, last but not least, an hour ago, Kupumi Indaba, they're publishing left, right, and center, or IOL, or the South African. They are saying apparently Chiefs have agreed with Sekhukhune United to sign Yusuf Maart. And captain when team, I'm guessing Chiefs really paid a lot of money for him, and it would be a really good addition to the team. Given ukuthi Vele besimdinga number 6, I'm dinga number 6 at only 26, he still has like good 9 years kuye, and the fact that he plays so well, he is a leader. Uphaka uhambile kwi-Chiefs, ukhona uhlala ebenchini, umphahlele might still be released, odoli bakhona as leaders, but angakaiboni that much as I've seen Maart kwisekhukhune doing that, and I hope ukuthi mayifika kwi-Chiefs uzo-add that thing of leadership dimension, because what you need to know, or what I've noticed in football, take for instance teams like Real Madrid. I don't like Real Madrid. I really don't like Real Madrid. But because they are full of experienced players, there's a balance also. Kunabanye abancane, but the experienced players, what they provide is a leadership background and being able to calm the rest of the squad down mabekhona, because other teams that are not experienced, look at for example Arsenal, mase kuna pressure too much, then they struggle to play against these big teams. And if it's all experienced players like Madrid, then you get teams that always find a way of winning a match, even though Bubon Guti, there is no way that the team was supposed to win the match. So Maart will be a very good addition, given Uguti he has experience, but he's still not so old, you know. So there's enough time for him to continue growing with the team, and I'm excited for this signing. So apparently he's going to sign for Chiefs, good 3-year deal. So 3-year deal, I would have hoped for 5, but maybe good 3 years, and the deal is worth 5 million. Now maybe the deal is worth 5 million. That's to me, my understanding, that does not mean that's what they are paying to Sekhukhune, but 5 million is to the player. The deal for 3 years is for Maart, which means he would be earning 130,000 at Kaizer Chiefs, which is a really good amount. But it's still an undisclosed fee for what I'm aware of. But he will be a good addition, and I'm excited really, because he's such a good player and he's such a good leader. And I'm excited to see him play for Kaizer Chiefs. What do you think of these potential signings at Kaizer Chiefs and this indaba kaMaart ukuthi usesayinile, or terms have been agreed with Kaizer Chiefs? Let me know down on the comment section below. And obviously kusazoqhubeka kuze ezinye indaba, and I'll be bringing you those, so make sure to turn on your notifications so that when I drop another video you will be the first to know. And until next time, remember, ikhosi ayiphela umoya. Bye.